Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'm so enjoying in this session so far. So everybody did a very good presentation and in depth. And I know some people already have a paper for this presentation, but for this presentation, it's basically it's not paper existing yet. It's more like some information sharing among the community. And I want to read some discussing on this topic. So my name is Fan Liu. I'm senior research scientist in Georgia Tech, and also I'm lead research software engineer in the PACE team, which is HPC Computing Center in Georgia Tech. Okay, so for this talk, I'm going to cover the history of this WHPC chapter in Georgia Tech. So this chapter was established in December 2020. So this year we almost has 2-year history so far. So I want to share some activities happened so far. And I want to read some discussing how we can inspire young women into the HPC field. And I'm sure there's a connection between HPC software engineer to the research software engineer in some way. And I hope this can increase some collaboration as well. Okay, so what is WHPC at GT chapter? So actually the WHPC was an international initiative actually from the University of Edinburgh. So they did a great job to set up this volunteer-based organization. And there are a bunch of US institutes have established their own local chapters and those organizations. And especially you can see the ROC and the Purdue University also has a chapter there. There are also some other chapters from Texas also there. So when we set up this chapter in Georgia Tech, this is a setup role we have originally. So the general idea is inclusive, include the inclusive and to include more and represent women into the field. And particularly that's our goal for our chapter. So first of all, we're trying to help students to build their HPC professional career paths. And also because we are in PACE, we have a large cluster and computing resource. So we also trying to provide some resource for teachers on their courses, and then offer some helps for the teacher. So right now, we even can offer the computing resource to individual students if they have a proposal to well-define their projects. We can give even students access to the PACE cluster so that they can explore some HPC skills on the campus computing resource as well. So the last one is involve industry partner. So that's also goal. Here I like to introduce the leadership for this chapter in Georgia Tech. So I'm the only full-time people in this group. So, and leading this our chapter, and the rest of the girls are all students. So you can tell we have 3 PhD candidates from computer science and computational science and electronic engineering and earth and atmospheric field science. So they're from different area. And we also have some undergraduate students from electronic engineering department. So basically, yeah, they are students, they are working on their volunteer hours, and somehow, you cannot expect much from them, but we actually work together in the past 1.5 years. So we end up to deliver like 3 great success events. So, and yeah, let's go to the next page. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the first event we had is a debate event was last year. So when we first created in December 2020, so we prepared for the first event for almost 4 months or 3 months there. So in that event, we actually invite all 3 well-known female HPC researchers nationwide. So here's the name of them. So for that virtual panel, we basically want to have people to share their personal journey, as a woman leader in the field, how they get in what they could ask and raise some, so allow students to ask questions. So actually we did pretty good because that's the first time we have the event. So we had 40 participants. Actually, that's nationwide, not just Georgia Tech, and we received quite a amount of questions. And also there's a lot of students ask us, so if I want to go to route, or which course I have to take, something like that, those questions. So that was the first event we hosted. So let's go to the next page. So, and then in the second half of the year, we prepared this second event. So this event takes about also three months to prepare. So for this month, I was trying to say, okay, since they know the people's career path, next time, let's focus on what kind of HPC type of research could be, looks like. So then we invite three faculties from the Georgia Tech. They are all from Georgia Tech College of Computing, and all women faculties. And they join the session, and each of them give the 50 minutes presentation and their research. So actually they go very deep in their research, what they're trying to do and what they have done, something like that. So, and then we have some interactive question and answer as well to ask them. That's more technically oriented way. But this one is because different professor has different research area. So they only maybe the overlap of the topic, maybe not that much overlap, but we still receive quite some of the questions for each professors. And this is, and we have like a 15 attendees. Actually, this attendees is a very broad spread all over the world. So we have like people from 4 countries and 15 states in the United States, states inside the United States, people coming, join on this event. So this is the second event we have done. And the third one is this April. So the third one, we're trying to say, okay, now let's give some chance to students to show up their research related to the HPC. So we send out this call for proposal thing. I think this one takes about 2 months to prepare. And we get quite a bit submissions. And we do some selections based on some criteria. And we select 10 posters, and a majority from Georgia Tech students. And surprisingly, we see a couple of them from Lawrence Berkeley National Lab as well. And actually in this format, because this is all for virtual, so we just give each student like 5 minutes presentation on their poster. And then we have like 2 HPC experts from pasting and serve as judge in the real time for the poster. So that at the end, we have a score for each poster, and we get the best poster award at the end. So we have 63 attendees for this event. And at the end, I think those young women is very excited because it's more like a party thing. They just very excited to discuss, and each poster raised some questions. So I think it's more like they kind of find the people with common interest in that event. So that one also, actually the one leading this event is the undergraduate, the students from the leadership. So that student also very fulfilled about this event because she wasn't sure she can do that, but at the end she found out, oh, this is a good accomplishment at the end. And right now we are working on the next event, which is, okay, can we go to the next page? Yeah, so next event we target for next month. So this one, for this event, we try to target with the audience or students. They have some C and C++ background, but no any HPC, MPI programming experience. So we want to target to those students. And the format, like for this hackathon, is we will have like a 1 week long boot camp, by each day just 2 hours lecturing and some exercise. And then the hackathon will be over the weekend. So there'll be 32 hours of hackathon. So that's something we are currently preparing for. And so far we haven't sent out the call for participation externally yet, just within the Georgia Tech, but we are soon to send out that. So basically so this is what we are right now. So while we trying to build up those event, the goal is, I think we want to help you to raise some awareness about HPC. So in Georgia Tech, we have a large amount of students who studying computing science. So College of Computing and the College of Engineering has a bunch of computer science and computer engineering related major students. So we have a lot of students. But in the computer science field, it is very diverse. So people focus on the HPC or focus on the computational science, still a very small group of them. And women are even less in that group. So, and also currently, actually, we're working with, there's a student organized group called the Supercomputing at the GT. So it's a student-led organization. And they also trying to build a club so that for people who are interested in this HPC related coding work, they can work together and to raise more, to include more people to that. Okay, can we go to the next page? So yeah, this is quite challenging. So the first challenging thing is it's very hard to find leadership members. So it took me half a year to find those 5 girls who was interested to serve in the committee and to help in the chapter. So I would say this is a volunteer job. So we cannot expect much devotion from students. So that's also something you cannot say, give them task and ask them to deliver something to you in a certain time frame, right? And also it's very time consuming to organize the event. And this is sometimes more like a full-time job to really organize and send an email to do reminder and to prepare everything. So it's more like it's external from what is real HPC professional people supposed to do. So then the sustainability is become a question. So can next people take this away and continue to do the same thing? That's still the question. So I'm thinking like right now we have different chapters in United States. So I see the Rocky Mountain chapter. I think they did a lot. I'm on their mailing list. I received. I know they're doing a lot of good work around invite people to give talk and talk about grant granting, and also the chapter from Purdue. They're also doing something to introduce the people, distinguished people to give talk. But overall, I don't know if just invite people give talk. Well, that really does the job to inspire the young women getting into the field. So maybe I think it's more like we have to make the goal particularly very specific and then developing plan around it. So that's why I want to have this event. I more want to do a student central thing and to make awareness. But I think that's far below expectation. So I'm just somehow say, oh, I don't know what I can do next. Sometimes just like say, what is the evaluation we can use to say, oh, this is a success or this is something you still need to improve. I just like say, if some other units interested in say, oh, we have same issue, we want to solve this same issue, maybe for the event, we can do it together. And I think it can save a lot of effort and make some contribution together. Yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah, that's our website. So if you're interested, feel free to go there to check out any future event. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much for a great talk. And so as before, questions in the chat, or raise your hands So I see some clapping. So that's from David, a comment. Oh, Helen has her hand up. Helen?
Hi there. Great talk. I don't have an answer to this, but I guess I've just got the question. I see a lot of women in HPC stuff where it's women doing the work to get more women. Is there any way to encourage more non-women to take up some of that load? Because that's quite a heavy load on women already trying to further their own careers.
Yeah. So when we say we are women in HPC, but we don't preclude men from that event. So everybody is welcome. Actually, the post event we had recent in April, actually there's one presenter was man, and that's okay. So we just try to encourage more women to apply because women is underrepresented in this field right now. So I remember when I joined the team in PACE about 10 years ago, I was the only woman in the meeting room for almost 3 years until the next woman joined the team. So I just feel like, yeah, maybe we can encourage more women to the field. So that's the main goal. But we don't pre-recruit any men. That's the mindset. Yeah.
Thank you.
I think Caleb has a question.
Yeah, Caleb.
Yep. I was going to ask about the, you had mentioned that y'all hosted a boot camp or like a hackathon type of thing. Did you have a lot of, with the boot camp specifically, you said it was like 2 hours every day for a week or two? I don't remember exactly. Did you have a lot of buy-in?
The boot camp.
Yeah. Did you have a lot of buy-in with like students actually coming for every day?
Oh yeah, this is our first time. Yeah, this is our first time. So yeah, we don't know yet. we'll see. We'll see the data afterwards. Yeah. So I was expecting, like, say, we will have like at least a 2-person team. If we have like less than 10 team, that would be quite a good size for us to handle. Because we have to set up accounts and on the local cluster and for them to use, and especially the training part. So the 2 hours per day for 5 days in a row. So we just tailor this training material around the people who has a basic program skill, but no MPI. So then, and introduce some parallel programming ideas and give them the task case and let them go from there for the hackathon. So that's the plan.
Got you. Yeah, I didn't realize it was like in the future. I thought you did that already.
Oh yeah, that's it. Yeah, just next month. Okay, thank you. So we know there's a lot of fields in computer science, just like I said, you have data analytics, there's AI, and there's a lot of different type of hackathon. So some people sometimes, like Levita say, we have an HPC hackathon, but actually the people don't have to deal with any MPI at all. They just let code automatically run on the multiple GPU or like those. So I think for people to really understand HPC, maybe we should start with the basic, to write some code with MPI so you understand how internally the job scheduling, how the job was divided, and how to take care of the large size of data sets if they're bigger than memory, something like that. So that is more like a training. It's not like for hackathon's sake of hackathon. It's more for training purpose. Yeah. Hope, and at the end of that 1 week, I hope students raise their interest to learn more things in HPC world. Yeah.